The Last Wish is not only the final short story in the very first Witcher book, it is also the title of that book. So The Last Wish is very, very important. And although fans have debated what it is for almost 3 decades, it's not really a debate anymore. In The Last Wish short story, Geralt fell in love with Yennefer. The Djinn was about to kill Yennefer, but Geralt had one last wish to make. Since the Djinn could not kill Geralt, Geralt had to think of a wish that would tie his fate to hers so that the Djinn could not kill her. Geralt thought of something, he made the last wish, and the Djinn flew off. In the show, Yennefer asked Geralt what he wished for, but in the books, Yennefer heard what Geralt wished for, and she told him a few things. First off, she asked Geralt, "What made you do it, Geralt? Why me?" Yennefer also said, quote, "Your wish. I don't know whether such a wish can ever be fulfilled. I don't know whether there's such a force in nature that could fulfill such a wish. But if there is, then you've condemned yourself. Condemned yourself to me." So what did Geralt wish for? Geralt wished for Yennefer to be the mother of his child. That is why she asked him, quote, "Why me?" And that is why she said that she did not know whether there was such a force in nature that could fulfill such a wish, because Yennefer was infertile. Okay. Now let's see how this interpretation holds up from a holistic point of view. Then I will highlight the clue from the show. So, the Last Wish book had 6 short stories. A Grain of Truth is a story about Beauty and the Beast, a nod to Geralt and Yennefer. A Question of Price is a story about child surprises, most notably how Geralt became tied to the Child of Destiny, Ciri. The Witcher is a short story about a princess who Geralt has to save, a nod to Princess Ciri. The Lesser Evil is a short story about a princess on the run, Renfri, another nod to Ciri. The Edge of the World is a short story about renewal and hope, a nod to Geralt and Yennefer's rebirth, so to say, upon having a child, namely Ciri, the Child of Destiny. And what is destiny? Destiny is hope. Last but not least, all 6 short stories are flashbacks. The Last Wish book actually takes place over the course of 7 chapters titled The Voice of Reason. During these chapters, Geralt is healing at the Temple of Melitele, Melitele being the patroness of fertility and birth. Again, a nod to Geralt and Yennefer's infertility, as well as the eventual birth of their child, Ciri. So basically, every short story, as well as the underlying Voice of Reason chapters, speak to not only Geralt and Yennefer, but also to Ciri, despite the fact that Ciri is not even born at the time of these stories. So that's Geralt's last wish. Geralt fell in love with Yennefer the very first time that he saw her, and in order to tie his fate to hers so as to save her life from the Djinn, Geralt wished for Yennefer to be the mother of his child. That leads us into the final section, a clue that doesn't exist in the books, a show-only clue. The very first time that Geralt ever saw Yennefer, he asked her for her help. He asked her to heal Dandelion, Dandelion, or Jaskier, and he told her this.
"Fix it, and I'll pay you. Whatever the price."
Did you catch that? Geralt said, "I'll pay you, whatever the price." In the world of The Witcher, when someone asks you that, you can invoke the law of surprise, a law as old as humanity itself. The payer will give the first thing that comes to greet them at home. It might be a dog, a halberdier at the gate, even a mother-in-law impatient to holler at her son-in-law when he returns home. Or it may be that which you find at home yet don't expect. This could be a lover in the wife's bed. But sometimes it's a child marked out by destiny. So in the show, Yennefer was in the town of Rind trying to magically cure her infertility. Then Geralt showed up, and he offered to pay whatever the price. On top of that, Geralt told Yennefer to release the Djinn because he was willing to use his last wish to get her whatever she wanted. When he asked her what she wanted, she screamed that she wanted everything. That's the same answer that she gave to Tissaia earlier in the episode. So Yennefer didn't give him an answer, but lo and behold, Geralt's last wish was the one thing she wanted most in life, a child. As Geralt once said, there's a grain of truth in every fairy tale. Love and blood, they both possess a mighty power. Wizards and learned men have been racking their brains over this for years, but they haven't arrived at anything, except that it has to be true love.